Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for January 20th, 2018. On today's cast, we're going to discuss Nintendo Labo. We have some updates with VR chat. Suicide Squad being Ben Affleck's last movie. And Tom Holland was also spotted on set of the Venom movie. More on this on the Barrel Roll Newscast. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
January 20th.
It is January 20th. It is almost the end of the first month.
This is flying by.
Actually, has it really, though?
Yes.
But has it really, though?
Yes.
I don't know.
Work helps with that.
Work does help with that. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, where we talk about news, video games, movies, everything
All sorts of
else,
stuff.
everything else in between. My name's Tony,
I'm Chris.
and we shall be your hosts for today.
Yes.
Yes.
Kick it off.
Kicking it off. So how's it going? How you doing?
Good.
How you doing? How you
Good.
doing? Good.
Busy.
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 Always busy. Busy is good. So let's just get it.
Yeah.
Let's
Kind of big news.
let's
I
get
guess,
down
of the
to
week.
the nitty gritty of it all. Let's go into the first story.
Yeah.
So okay, so this came out a little bit earlier this week.
Yeah.
An Ubisoft employee sent out a Twitter message saying like Nintendo is going to drop this massive bombshell that people are going to lose their minds over. Like I think like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. And everyone's like, they just had a Nintendo Direct like last week. What are you talking about? Like we're still thinking about that stuff. And so it was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Something like, I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. This ended up dropping. Nintendo Labo.
Yeah.
Nintendo Labo is
Labo.
the newest. I guess I didn't get pictures for it.
Yeah, whatever.
We're
good.
You
Imagine
use
it
your
with
imagination. And so Nintendo Labo is Nintendo's newest video. I don't know if it's a video game.
I don't think it's a video.
It's more of like a learning / interactive.
build your own.
But you're not building your own thing. You're following their instructions to build stuff around the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Joy-Cons to basically simulate all kinds of things. So playing the first demo they had on the trailer was a piano.
Yeah.
And so what it was is they built the piano around the Switch, they put it into the dock, and then they put Joy-Cons onto this like the side of this piano thing. And then they ended up just playing piano. And so obviously this works with how the motion controls works with the motion controls. It works with the gyro controls to determine what it is you're playing.
Yeah, and I also saw like a fishing one.
There's a fishing rod. There is you know those little robots that you can buy that kind of like they're little bugs.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's one of those where you can slide the Joy-Cons into another cardboard creation, and then the big one was this robot. Looking like mechanism where you strapped yourself into the backpack, you put your Joy-Cons into this little string thing, and then you were just a robot
fighter, I guess, for arms, I guess.
Yeah. Oh well, because that game is doing so well. That's a sequel. That's a sequel to Arms.
Arms 2.
Arms 2. Labo.
Yes.
And so this came out this week, and I get.
To me, it's not big news.
It's not that big. Oh, well, okay. I think you have to look at it in two separate camps. One camp being, youths and teenagers getting into sort of that creative building mindset.
In a way.
Especially with the youths. It's I get it. It's like 3D printing for them. I get it.
Yeah.
And then there's the camp of us, where we
the
look
adults
at it,
more.
The adults, we look at it and go like, okay,
woohoo.
I'm not. I mean, like I'd buy it for my kids.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly where they're aiming for. To me, it almost looks like a half-assed VR system.
Right, and so they actually were talking about how this compares to VR, and they were saying like, no, this is not our solution to VR.
But to me, that's what it kind of looks like. It looks like it's just.
It is.
You're essentially using your imagination instead of plugging something over your eyes.
Oh, hello, Oreo.
Hi,
Hi, Oreo.
He's
He's in our Discord chat.
somewhere.
So if you're interested in joining, there's a Discord link as well.
But yeah,
like this Nintendo Labo stuff.
I'm curious as to how much they're going to be charging for this because
they did have a price. They did have a price for it, I believe.
It's just a piece of cardboard.
It is a piece of cardboard, and so what they have mentioned is that there is obviously box retail versions of this. There's actually two of them. Okay. The first one is the variety pack, which includes the fishing rod, the piano pieces, and those little robot stuff.
What they showed,
right? And then the other one is the robot set.
Yeah.
Let me find it here. Fact checking. And so there's going to be two sets. And so the big thing is that what if I just wanted to buy this game digitally? Well, you can. You can buy it digitally. And so if you do, they're going to provide you the blueprints online to make your own. Okay. It's basically a very DIY. And for that purpose alone, I think that's really cool. Because not only does that provide for flexibility in terms of, I just want to buy it digitally, but down the road, maybe they want to release future designs, they can just spit out these PDFs and
I'm sure people more that they haven't shown us
right
for those. But for me personally, I'm not going to do this.
No,
I think out of all of us, maybe Nick.
I can see Nick getting in on it.
He could test run it for us.
Yes. No, he'll just test it on us. So this is coming up April 20th.
Yeah.
And so the first one is the Variety Toy-Con 1 set, as well as the Robot Kit. Both available on April 20th of this year.
Is it a separate? It's a separate kind of a separate game too.
Right, and so that's the big thing is I want to buy both. Like, say I want to buy both of these for my kid. I don't want to have two copies of the game. Well, you buy one or the other, and you just download the blueprints online for everything else that you might want. There's a motorcycle driving thing that's kind of cool.
I don't know.
I don't know if they mentioned prices. So you get 3 cardboard sheets, 28 cardboard sheets, 3 reflective sticker sheets, sponges, strings, eyelet sets, and rubber bands. Basically, this is Nintendo doing papercraft when papercraft is no longer a big thing.
Yes,
I think
they're bringing it back.
I think I tweeted it earlier. Like, did someone forget to tell Nintendo that papercraft was very like 2009-ish? It's like they're almost a decade behind.
Yeah, right. But to their credit, though, I think it's something that's not other systems aren't going to do.
Right. This is very specific to Nintendo. And I think that's the key difference here.
And it does look like a Nintendo thing.
And if you really think about cost, if they really wanted to get into the whole 3D printing stuff, that could be really expensive. It's still really expensive. So, and for this I applaud them.
Yeah,
for trying something new, for trying something different, and hopefully
we'll see how it works out.
Right. And I think that what gets me more interested and excited about this the most is that flexibility and customization of like, hey, we've got new designs coming out, print them out, or you can order online.
Yeah, and as long as they keep coming out with stuff, right? Too, I mean, they don't want to go the way of. I'll just use it as an example, the online stuff.
Yeah, where
they're not even working on that, where it's just a Splatoon thing.
Right. It's actually funny you mentioned the online stuff. There was a Japanese website that were talking about the Japanese Nintendo online service.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it was translated incorrectly.
Okay.
And as far as like when's the online service coming, and it was translated to 2019.
Oh.
And so everyone like kind of picked up on that, and they'll say like, wait, what? This isn't coming until 2019. And so the original news story is like, no, it's 2018 still. It is still this year. It is still coming out this year. It was mistranslated properly. This is the right. This is what we wanted to say. But yeah, no, this is cool. I like it. I like the future of what this could be as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think of all the examples they showed off, I wanted to try the robot stuff, I guess, the most.
I don't know how I'd feel with the backpack and that on.
Let's see here. How does that?
Like, I think
they must have additional pictures of the robot kit.
Well, it looks like You're putting the Joy-Cons right beside your head.
Yeah, like what? Do you? Okay, so how does this work? Do you need more than 4 Joy-Cons or more than 2 Joy-Cons? So you need 2 on the head.
You might need 4.
Do you need 4?
I would assume so.
Because in the trailer they showed him like doing this.
I don't. Well, and then there's 2 by the feet too.
What? How many Joy-Cons?
There's looks like you need 6 Joy-Cons.
I feel like the only person who can actually do this is Nick.
Right now, yes.
The man with all the Joy-Cons.
To me, that'd feel clunky with all my back, and I would rather just myself stick with the Sony headset and go with that. Because that's all it is.
Yeah, like, because as far as VR goes, this is nowhere close to what VR should be. And Nintendo has been pretty apt about it. Their stance on, we're not going to do VR until it's right. And this is not right.
No.
And they know that. And so this is not there. This is purely for the youth.
There's a Joy-Con on the back, too.
What?
You need 7.
I don't know how many Joy-Con you need.
2 in the head, 2 in your hands, 2 in the feet, and 1 in your back.
Honestly,
you need to start investing in more Joy-Cons if you want this.
I'm more interested to see what this actually ends up, like how it actually ends up.
Yeah, I need a demonstration.
And here's another thing, like it's cardboard. I mean, I don't want to belittle cardboard, but it's pretty fragile.
Well, you're not going to smash into things.
You're not going to smash into things, but as far as durability and,
yeah, but you can tape it.
You can tape it, but then you lose.
I had this discussion with someone at work. It's easier to tape cardboard than plastic.
It is easier to tape.
So if it falls apart, you just tape it.
Yeah, but with plastic, you've got that structure and you've got the rigidity.
Duct tape fixes everything.
So what you're saying is Nintendo Labo duct tape edition.
Yes.
They should just include a roll of duct tape.
Make it shiny.
No, you need the colorful ones. You need the camo colors. Yeah. So,
especially if you're fighting
robots, giant robot. That's the what I think about when I think of giant robots is duct taping myself to stuff.
Absolutely.
So look for this in a couple months here.
Yep.
And maybe it'll be cool.
Maybe we just convince Nick to buy it.
I think I think he is at odds. Honestly, I think he wants it, but he doesn't see a need for it.
Yeah.
I think that's his stance.
Well, I think like he said last week, though, he plays it mostly his Switch like this.
Yeah, like this is all.
And this looks like it has to be hooked up to your TV.
Okay, so the robot stuff, you don't need to. It has to be hooked up to a TV.
Okay.
More or less, you can still do the Joy-Con. Like you can still play the robot stuff.
It would just be a little screen.
It would be a little screen, right? So, but the thing is, if you're doing the fishing stuff or the house thing or the piano, obviously it's not going to be TV.
No, that looks like it's just.
It's got its own thing, and I think that really speaks to the flexibility of what that system actually really is, and being able to play however you want, wherever you want, whether you want to play with cardboard pianos or you want to play Mario.
Yeah,
like it's kind of
see if they integrate it with other games.
It's time will tell. We'll see how it sells.
That would be.
And I think the big thing, another big deal, is the price point as well.
Yeah.
Because if it ends up being way too much for just cardboard,
and it didn't say, right?
No. Well, no. Hold on. Let me reopen, close tab. Reopen, close tab. Stay tuned for more updates. So
yeah. So no price point.
No price. Honestly, I could see this being priced at $80 for 80 US.
If they're including the game, then
80
yes.
80 US. So for us, it would probably be like 110 normal people dollars. I could see that.
Ugh.
And here's the big thing: if it's just cardboard, you just download the prints online. You get the little rubber bands and stuff yourself.
Yeah.
And you can just do it. So
just do it. We'll build our own Labo stuff.
Mild cartoon violence.
Well, yeah, after fighting.
Well, yeah, I guess a mild cartoon.
And if you're driving, you can run people off.
Make 5 different Joy-Con products: 2 RC cars, 1 fishing rod, 1 motorbike, 1 piano, and 1 house.
I don't know what the house is.
I don't.
Like a sim simulator, maybe?
Yes, Nintendo's getting into the sim business.
I don't know. Speculating. Because most of what we have at the bottom of this today is speculating.
No. Well, yes. Okay, so let's move on over to number two. Number two. VR.
You showed this to me.
I thought it was funny. Virtual realities. freaking weird.
It's an interesting
I
thing.
love virtual reality. I love how quirky and dumb it is. There is this is sort of like a side story to this. There's a VR battle royale game.
Oh, yeah?
An actual PUBG clone, but in VR.
Oh. Yeah.
And I saw some people playing it, and man, it is...
Intense?
It's a game.
Not intense.
And so, like, a lot of it is, picking up guns and firing it, in VR. But, like, when you pick up extra guns and magazines and, like, grenades, you actually, like, strap them to your body. It's kind of
Alright.
it's kind of amazing. But speaking of what's not amazing, is the VR chat. It's I guess it's a free-to-play Second Life style VR game where it's like a giant chat room, right? Everyone has VR headsets. You're walking around in a giant room. You're talking, having fun, that kind of stuff. Well, this one gentleman did not have fun.
He did not have
a good time because there is footage of him, and I'm surprised this is actually still on YouTube. To be honest, like with how YouTube,
lots of stuff on YouTube.
with how YouTube is right now, I'm surprised this video is still on there. But there's a video of a guy having a seizure in virtual reality, and the way that this chat application or this chat program works is that it models your head and models your hands, but then it does like calculations with the rest of your body, with your legs, your chest, your torso, like everything else. So there's footage of this guy collapsing in virtual reality, having a seizure. This is the weird. And apparently it has something to do with how like flashy the lights were in that scenario.
I'd have to watch the video after.
I'm just trying to see if we follow, because I think he's fine now.
I think I read. Well, just from he doesn't suffer from epilepsy, so this is just a random.
It was
thing for him.
So the username Drunken Unicyclist. He suffered the seizure in the game. He doesn't suffer from epilepsy. Although he did have a seizure when he was younger. He couldn't have predicted what he was going to have that he was going to have a seizure while playing this game. And it's weird. Like half the time when you see people like collapse in VR, it's like, oh, that's because he fell down in real life because he wanted to act it out.
He tripped over something.
He tripped over, or like he was in the game, like he was role playing kind of stuff, right? But this guy genuinely had a seizure. This is so weird.
That's scary.
Yeah. The fact that he had it all in his head, but then he was triggered by the environments around him.
Yeah.
Which was really... And honestly, if I were the people in that room, I would be like, what do you do?
You can't even call
you can't call 911
because you don't know where this person is.
Like, they could be in Europe. They could be your next door neighbor. Like, you don't know. Like... And so, hopefully, they take this into account, like the developers for this, because it actually triggered.
It put a warning.
It put a warning for them. It put this is. I think they need to put that whole the whole may contain seizures or may induce seizures kind of stuff. Because I remember when games used to have that.
Yeah.
Have that.
Oh, they still, some of them still do. I know. I think the South Park game does.
Okay. Well, yeah.
For sure. There are a few out there that do. But if they've had in their testing, if no one's had
seizures, it's tough.
It's
a very tough situation to be in, especially for a developer. It's like, I don't know what I did wrong. Everything else it seems fine.
Hopefully it's just a one-off.
It's hopefully this doesn't sour the VR landscape.
No, but I think it's going to make people more aware, or game developers more aware that they have to start putting that in front of everything now. Even if their game isn't the most flashy thing in the world, I think you still need to have that warning in front. Of
course, there's that stupid video, the way or whatever. But yeah, he totally fell. We're just watching the soundless clip of it.
And everybody gathering around, essentially.
And of course, one person.
Probably not realizing what's going on.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's kind of surreal. That's kind of weird.
Oh, that's
I mean, it's not going to deter me from wanting to do VR in the future.
Not at all.
But it's just news stories are going to happen like this with VR. Like weirder things are going to people are going to get married in VR if they haven't already.
Oh, probably.
Actually, that might be cheaper for a wedding. It'd be a pretty cheap wedding.
You have to buy a whole bunch of VR sets.
But then at the end of the day, I have a whole bunch of VR sets. Either way.
No.
Either way. Moving on to some, I guess, not happy news, but
lighter
news,
I guess. There were rumors going around that Suicide Squad 2 is going to be Ben Affleck's last movie as a Batman character.
As the Batman.
Or, I guess, the Batman. I mean, these rumors have been going around for a while that he was going to. I think the rumor was for a while that he'd actually do a Batman movie, and that would be his last one.
And so this falls in line with the whole Jake Gyllenhaal thing as well.
Yeah, and of course Jake Gyllenhaal being rumored to be his replacement, I don't like. But they need to find something totally different.
George Clooney.
No George Clooney. We've been there, done that.
George Clooney.
And the only thing I could see maybe is that they have Jake Gyllenhaal as Nightwing, maybe, and that he just takes on the role of Batman.
I can see him as Nightwing more than Batman, or definitely.
But Nightwing in the comics has taken over the role of Batman.
Let's be honest, a ton of people have taken over the role of Batman.
I think Red Hood has. I think
Jim Gordon has.
Yeah, Jim. For a while here, he has. But I think I want to say that's the way they're going to go with this. I don't.
And honestly, this is all speculation too. Because are they filming Suicide Squad 2 yet?
I think it's starting. Either if they haven't started it, they're starting it right away.
Filming. Not locations, but filming.
In a way, I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't actually do a Batman movie. I would have been interested to see Ben Affleck doing a kind of a solo Batman movie.
He did really, really well in Justice League.
League, and for his maybe small parts in Batman versus Superman.
Let's see here. Just Suicide Squad 2 has been pushed to October 2018 in terms of filming.
So if it's October, then I would assume it's starting right away. If it hasn't started already.
What, filming?
Yeah.
They're filming in October of this year.
I thought you thought that was a release.
No.
Okay.
It's coming out in 2019.
Oh, so I mean that's plenty of time to kind of see how they want to end it.
They can't get an Oscar for 2018.
No, that is 2019.
Oh wait, it's Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Aquaman will get them their best costume again this year.
It's true.
Aquaman will do it. So I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm a little disappointed.
I'm disappointed in Ben Affleck, honestly. Like, if he really likes the role, you should really defend it.
Yeah,
and he
didn't.
From and that's the thing. Like all interviews and everything he's been in, like he has positive things to say about this character and the way that they've directed him. So,
but you're not gonna bring it down. You want people to go to the movie.
That's true.
I'm just disappointed.
And it depends on how the contract works too. Like, I don't know if they're on a movie by movie contract base. Like,
I want to say that just because of the whole reshoots and everything that went on with Justice League, I think that probably drove him to kind of, I'm done with this. I'm done. Because really, if we watch the whole them reshooting and all that stuff going on with Justice League, that would be a strain on an actor.
I don't know how much he had done with his reshoots either.
Well, and then he does like to direct his own movies.
Yeah, he actually does a really good job with his own directorial stuff too.
Yeah, and maybe that was another thing, is that they weren't letting him direct the Batman movie, so he's pretty much, well, why do I have to do it then?
Right.
There's a lot of things we can speculate all we want with this.
Okay. Yeah, like it's there's so much stuff to, and maybe Jake Gyllenhaal is super into it. Like maybe he wants to get himself. We don't know.
We'll see. Like I've been questioning some actor roles before they jumped into the superhero biz, and they've turned out. Like, even if we do the Justice League stuff, I didn't mind Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I was questioning.
I had a lot of reservations on him.
I didn't mind him.
No, he was actually one of the better parts of the film.
So, I mean, Hollywood has surprised us before.
Look at Marvel. There's tons of actors in there that shouldn't be in a Marvel movie yet.
They do it.
Yeah.
And they're really good at it. Yes.
Okay, so moving on to other questionable film news.
More
Okay,
movies.
so I guess at the end of this, we're gonna have to tally which one of these is actually truer than the other. Moving on to the Marvel film set. Well, Marvel, I guess, for
Marvel/Sony.
Marvel/Sony. So, if you don't already know, the Venom movie is currently in production in San Francisco. They're filming. They had a live interview or something for one of the Brazilian Comic-Cons.
Yes, that's what Brazil.
Something like that, where they had the director and what's his name?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy on like whatever
Do
like,
talking.
remote connection
Yeah.
talking to the crowd, and they were talking about how this is going to be based off of the Ultimate Defender comic line or something like that.
Defender and Planet of the Symbiotes.
Yeah. So the big problem with that is that you kind of need Spider-Man for one of those comic lines.
I think it was that Spider-Man and Venom made a deal.
Yeah,
that
so
he would go somewhere else.
Right, because Venom got tired of getting his ass kicked by
Yeah.
Spider-Man, basically. And so the deal is that he would have to move to San Francisco, but he would
Need to be good, or Spider-Man's coming to get him.
Exactly. Well, and that's the key thing, Spider-Man. So, jump to, I guess, a couple days ago, Tom Holland apparently has been reported on set. Now, the wording on this report is super weird, because they get around... Oh, where did it go? They don't... It's super asinine and super weird. Like, Peter Parker is in the film, but Spider-Man is not, but... They're the same character.
Yeah, and
They're the same character. So
we were talking before how he would even fit in if this is true.
Where are they gonna go?
Because my thoughts were that maybe that just Eddie Brock goes to San Francisco just because he's a reporter, gets the symbiote, fights off, does the whole movie thing,
Which already is wrong.
I know.
Which already is very wrong.
And then goes back to New York, and then Tom Holland shows up.
Right.
Maybe as an after credit thing. But the problem with that is it's going in reverse from what the comics are drawing from, because Venom starts out as a villain and then kind of goes hero-ish.
Yeah, and then
this would be reverse. But so I don't think that would.
So let's see here. Oh, this isn't the same story that I saw earlier. But yeah, the reports are that Tom Holland was on set for 2 or 3 days filming something.
I would want to say it's just a not in costume.
That it's
part.
totally.
I want to maybe they're crossing an airport.
Maybe they shove each other in the shoulders. It's like, watch yourself, kid.
Yeah. And
he's like, oh, my spider sense didn't tangle with him.
Spider-Man is going to go fight Thanos while Venom goes over to San Fran.
Well, he's already in New York, right? So. And here's another big thing: when this Venom movie actually takes place, is another question, because obviously this Infinity War stuff is going to be massive.
Yeah,
they're not going to
world-changing.
They're not going to not talk about it in the Venom movie if these are truly connected.
Yeah, and I'd be happy if he showed up in this, because it would show Sony and Marvel working together.
And they've done it already. They're currently doing it.
Yeah.
So.
And originally they didn't, but if Sony's had a change of heart, then
it'd
be awesome.
Between a Sony change of heart and Disney picking up Fox, eyeing Sony and be like,
just do this.
You're next.
It's a power move.
It's a power move. You're next. Okay, here's Spider-Man.
Let us into your movie, or we're gonna buy you.
Here's Spider-Man. Just take it back. Just take it back. Here's Venom. Just take it back.
And you know what? If Venom does tie into the MCU somehow, I'd be okay with Tom Hardy being there.
No, he actually, and I kind of said it last week. I don't know if I said it on camera with you guys. He genuinely loves this role as Venom and Eddie Brock. I truly believe that he will put everything he has into this role.
Yeah.
He truly wants to be, take that character somewhere. Whether it's on what lacks on the strength of the the directorial business or the script writing or post production, it has something to say. And we've seen great actors fall incredibly short in good movies.
Yeah.
Or in bad movies, rather.
Well, yeah.
So it's.
I mean, it's big. I like this one. I mean, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If we're taking votes on which one I think is more
so
real,
which one of these is going to be the most real?
I am thinking this Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is probably going to be the most real. Only because Ben Affleck sounds like he's so topsy-turvy about this whole like Marvel stuff, or not Marvel, the DC stuff. Like he seems so like, oh, I love Batman doing Batman stuff, and then like, now I want out. Now, oh, you got a new director? No, I want back in.
I'm gonna say Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's probably the most real, and it's weird because Tom Holland would be the first person to leak something. Yeah, like
we were talking about that before,
which is weird because he, when they were on the production for Doctor Strange, Tom Holland was actually on set for Doctor Strange, but nothing came from that.
I bet you though they were probably filming part of the Avenger movie there.
No, they weren't. They didn't start Infinity War until after Spider-Man.
They could say that.
Infinity War. I think what I think that was when they posted that was Tom Holland's getting accustomed to what they do at Marvel.
Yeah, probably.
Because Homecoming has not started filming yet, from my understanding.
Who knows?
But yeah, like Tom Holland would be the one person to quote unquote leak or Instagram something. It's just him with like a black suit, and where everyone's like, what?
Yeah, that would. No, they can't jump into that.
No, they wouldn't. But like,
they can't.
Yeah, that takes time. That takes time to build too.
Especially that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's sort of what we found today.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything? Mention it in the comments.
Yeah.
Talk about it if you're watching live. But that's basically it.
Pretty much.
There's other little things here and there this week, but
obviously for us with the personal thing with the YouTube and
I
know it's big news out there.
That has been beaten to death. I don't want to turn this into that kind of discussion.
No.
There's it has been discussed ad nauseum,
and that's
with everything and
stuff like that.
We won't tread on that.
Nope.
So if you liked what you see or you saw here today, come check us out on our website, www.barrelrollnews.com.
With links to everything.
Links to all of our social media sites, all of our Twitters. We've got our Barrel Roll Facebook page link there. Discord link is there if you need an invite to the chat. I think it's just permanently up there now. If you're joining us on Mixer, thank you for joining us on Mixer.
Yes.
I don't know how Mixer works.
I
don't know if you can like watch it like post like on the rewind. I don't have an Xbox. I can't comment on that.
Well, they can always just subscribe and watch us on other things.
Yes, that's correct. So on YouTube as well. We're on Twitch, Smashcast as well. But that's it. That's it for the news here today.
Yes.
For now, if we have any last minute stuff or anything, we will catch you up.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
We'll be back in 5 minutes where we talk about the post-credit show.
Stuff we've done.
Video games we've played, movies we've watched, things
that entertain us.
Things that we do. I mean, we're humans, so.
Yes.
That being said, let me just find the correct thing here. Okay, so, that being said, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned for more.